Well, the Grand Rapids Griffins gave the Chicago Wolves a little taste of their own medicine Saturday night here at Van Andel Arena. On Friday in Chicago, the Wolves scored 3 times in the opening period on their way to a 3-0 lead. And then they survived the comeback attempt by Grand Rapids and put the game away with 3 goals in the final 8 minutes for a 7-3 win to bring the series back to the Van Andel Arena, tied up at 1-1. The Griffins came home with a sour taste in their mouths, no doubt, and to the delight of nearly 9,000 fans, jumped on the Wolves with 3 goals in the first 10.5 minutes of the opening period, and like the Wolves, survived the visitors' comeback attempt for a 4-2 win and a 2-1 series lead. Our series summary and a look ahead to tonight's Game 4 is brought to you by Michigan First Credit Union. Well, Tyler Pertuzzi sure has a knack for scoring big goals in the postseason, doesn't he? His goal, we didn't know it at the time, at the 10.5-minute mark of that first period, turns out to be his franchise record 8th game-winning goal in playoff hockey for the Griffins.
Pertuzzi's got it, sidesteps a hit, across to McElrath, walks in, fakes the shot, now puts it in front of the empty net, a shot somehow, they keep it on, score! And it's 3-0 Grand Rapids!
Well, Pertuzzi now has 17 goals in just 29 playoff games, and that is second only to Teemu Pukkanen in Griffins franchise history. He has also produced points in all 6 playoff games this year.
Yeah, it was a good win the other night, and obviously it helps playing with good line mates. I've played with Berkey and Nosey all year, and we've helped each other throughout the year, and it's translating to playoffs.
Well, Chicago is still trailing the game 3-0 going into that third period. They get 2 early goals though, and are down by just 1 with still 13:38 remaining. Enter Joe Hicketts, who scores his first pro playoff goal just 16 seconds later.
The Griffins have the puck into the Chicago zone. Shot, score! Joe Hicketts lets it go to the left wing board, and it finds its way past Jordan Pennington. What a huge, gigantic goal that one is for Grand Rapids.
Well, Jared Curl stopped 27 and 29 shots to improve to 5-1 in these playoffs, and the Griffins, who gave up 3 power play goals in Game 2 in Chicago Friday, bounced back on Saturday and denied the Wolves on all 4 of their attempts. Boy, this series has gotten downright nasty too, hasn't it? Especially in the last 2 games. Hey, it's playoff hockey. There's nothing like it, and especially when the Wolves and the Griffins, 2 longtime and heated rivals, get together.
Yeah, it's fun out there. I'm not one to shy away from the hitting and stuff, so it's nice to see the kind of animosity back. We haven't seen these guys in a while, in the regular season leading up to the playoffs, but there's been no love lost for sure, and it's been a lot of fun out there so far.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. When I'm involved, it's probably pretty bad.
Well, as far as tonight's Game 4 is concerned, Chicago gets a boost. Their parent team, the St. Louis Blues, knocked out of the Stanley Cup playoffs by Nashville yesterday, so they get some reinforcements back into their lineup here tonight. As far as the Griffins are concerned, the lineup we anticipate will be the same, though Colin Campbell will be a game-time decision. Brian Lashoff will be sidelined. If Campbell cannot go, then Axel Holmstrom will be inserted into the lineup. Game 4 tonight, broadcast time on ESPN 961 Radio. If you're not here at the arena, comes your way at 6:35 for our pregame coverage. You can follow in game as well on Twitter at Griffins Game Day. Don't forget, Saturday we'll be in Chicago for game number 5, and of course, as always throughout the playoffs, you can hear that game on ESPN Radio, and our road watch parties will be taking place at the downtown Pepinos here in Grand Rapids. All right, enjoy the game tonight, everybody. Go Griffins. The Calder Cup playoffs continue inside Van Andel Arena. For Game Day Preview, this is Bob Kaiser reporting.